Alrighty, hey guys. I hope you're having fun with this project. I'm loving seeing what you're making. All right, let's get to the coloring part of this. So you can use crayon or marker. I'm gonna show you some techniques with crayon. But I'm fine with colored pencil, crayons, markers. If you want to paint it in, you can fill it in however you want. I'm gonna get started on mine, and I hope you work on yours while I'm working on mine. Alrighty, so our first step today, guys, is to make sure that your letters are outlined in dark pencil or in Sharpie if you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and do that first. So if you already have that done, just hold on a second. I'm going to time lapse this. Alrighty, let's get this cord out of the way. All right, so now we are going to begin coloring. I am going to be using crayon for the skin tone because I think that it fills in better than marker. And so I'm going to be using lawnmower coloring, meaning that I'm going to be going all the same direction, just like you would see a lawnmower if they were mowing the grass. You might see the lines in the grass because they're coloring they're cutting the grass all the same direction. And so I think that would be best for skin. I know that you probably don't have your exact Okay, so I know that you're probably not going to have your exact skin color at your house with your crayons or your markers, and that's okay. We're going to do the best that we can, and in class I have sets of 24 different colors, so that will be nice that when we get back to school we can find the one that most closely matches our skin color. But for now, you might only have a brown and a peach color. You could just pick the one that's closest to you. I know nobody is going to match it perfectly, but hopefully when we get back we will be able to find ones that match better. So, all right, I'm going to be doing my lawnmower coloring for my skin tone, meaning I'm going back and forth, back and forth. I'm not pressing down too hard, but I am going over top of things like eyebrows and over my nose lines, into my ears. Well, if you wanted to add details of lines in your ears, you could have done that too. I'm going to do a light skin color on the lip. And I'll go over it and add a little bit more of another color to it. A lot of people think that you can't do much with a crayon, but I love to do color mixing with crayons, and we're going to do that a little bit later. All right, let's speed this up. All right, now we are going to darken up some of the parts of the face that might have a little bit of a shadow on them. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. This would be for someone who wanted to make theirs a little bit more realistic. So I'm going to darken up along the side of the nose here because there would be a shadow. Underside of the nose, or I mean not the underside, but along the sides of the face here where the nose is. And I'm going to darken up under the corners of the eye here where the eye goes in. And you can see it's already starting to look more realistic. I'm going to put 2 darker spots right here at the lip, where we have a little shadow there. I'm going to do the same thing here at the chin. Oh, that's a little too dark. If you're working and it gets a little too dark, you can always erase crayon a little. Like that. I'm also going to make it a little bit darker underneath the sides here at the neck, because it's shadowed there where her head is blocking that part of the neck. Okay, so I'm going to really darken those up. And then I'm going to put a little shadow here on the top of the nose as well, to show that it's rounded. And now I'm going to, oh, and definitely in the ears, because there's some definite holes in there. All right, now she's starting to look more realistic. I'm going to go back over some of these spots that are a little bit lighter of color now that I've darkened up the areas I wanted to, quickly. And get rid of some of these white spots. Now, any spot that might be a little bit brighter, like the bridge of the nose here, might be a little bit lighter because it's coming closest to us. You could add a little highlight of white spot by adding a little bit of eraser to that area. So I could erase the tip of the nose here too. I could erase on the cheeks here where the balls of the cheeks stick out a little. Like that. And I could do it up here on the edges of the eyebrow. Sticks out a little bit there. And even on the chin. So you can try that to help your person look like they have highlights and shadows. And I just did that with just one brown crayon and an eraser. So I'm just pressing hard in the areas that I want to be darker and erasing out the parts I want to be a little bit lighter. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the rest of these parts with color, and I will time lapse it so you don't have to watch all of it. And then over here, I will turn it back on so you can see the technique we're gonna use for this one. All right, here we go. If your hair is curly, I'm kind of filling this in a circular motion. Okay, if your hair was straight, this person might be filling in their hair in a sketching way. That way it looks like pieces of hair. Okay, and this person's hair is curlier than that person, so I'm filling it in a circular way. All right, so finished coloring my person and I'm pretty excited about it. I am now going to, I need to add some darkness here for her eyelashes. I'll fix that later. What did I do? Okay, so now we're on to this part over here. So you colored in your person, and now what you're gonna do is you're gonna use 2 colors per each section, and you're going to have them blend together, okay? And so this is a section, this is a section, this is a section, and this is a section. And so I want you to pick 2 colors that you think would look good blended together. So I always choose 2 colors that are next to each other on the rainbow or the color wheel, so that when they mix together, I know they're not gonna make brown. So like I know blue and purple are near each other, so I start with purple at one end, I start with blue at the other end. I press really hard here, and as I get closer to the center, I continue to let up on the pressure of the crayon. And as they get to the center, that's where the two lightnesses of color they mix together there and make that blended color. All right, we are going to try it out. So let's start with red and orange. They're near each other on the rainbow. I'm going to press down at the edge of this one really hard with red. I'm going to take orange. I'm going to press down really hard with orange. And then as I start to come closer to the center, I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. I'm not pressing as hard. Same with red, not pressing as hard here. And then I'm going to really lightly add red, really lightly. And I'm going to take my orange and I'm going to put it right on top of that red, and I'm going to do it really lightly. There we go. We have melted red right into orange. Pretty cool, right? There's a lot of color mixing you can do with crayons that you don't even realize. So I'm going to do dark of blue. Let's pick a color that's near blue on the color wheel. How about green? Green comes first, right, on the rainbow. So dark blue. Gonna start my dark green at the end of this section. Alrighty, my dark green. I'm going to slowly lighten up on my pressure, which means I'm not pressing down as hard. You can see the difference how dark that is to how light that is. I'm going to do the same with the blue. Try to make it slowly fade in. It's kind of hard. I'm going to make this be a little bit darker here, so it looks like it slowly fades. And then those middle ones I'm going to do really light, really light. Same with this one. So, and I put it right over top. So the green is now melting into the blue. Put the blue over top. We got a nice color blend there. All right, so you try that for your 4 sections here, and I'll keep working on mine. Hey, 4th grade, you are finally finished with this project, and we did it for 3 full cycles, so awesome job. We have our self-portrait, okay? Maybe you had a cartoon looking one, maybe you made a more realistic looking one, and then you told me a little bit about yourself over here with 4 character traits. So I am now finally ready to see what makes you unique. I'm ready to see your finished picture. Oh my gosh, it's starting to erase. I want to see your finished picture and your finished traits, and I'm excited to see your color melting. I'm excited to see that you made some of your lines a little darker here to show some shading, some contours of the face here, and I'm excited to see all your hard work put finally into one for this project. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for working hard, even though we're at our house, and I can't wait to see what you turn in. See ya.